Hello friends, I'm Neshik and today in this video I'll teach you how to create a modern and beautiful business listing and directory website using WordPress and also how to make money with this website. Now this website that we're going to create in this video is full of amazing and new features. In fact, it has all the features and functionalities that a professional business listing and directory website must have. Let me show you some of the core features of this website. Now first of all, this is the website that we'll be creating in this video. If you see from top to bottom, we have different sections over here. In our places section, we have this listing section, we have the blog section. All the different sections are present over here. Now in this website at top, if you see, you have your header. At the left hand side, we have your logo. Obviously you can replace it with your own custom logo. Then we have the search bar. Now this is a very unique search bar. If you click on the search bar, so as you can see, when you click on that search bar, you get this page, and here we have a lot of things. We have categories. So if somebody wants, they can simply click on this restaurant categories and they can see all the different restaurants. Or if they want, they can click on the hotels category and they can see obviously all the different hotels. Or if they are looking for any specific thing, they can type in that thing and this will preload. This is Ajax search, so this will recommend them some listings based on their keyword. So if I type something like coffee, now as you can see, I'm getting all the listings related to coffee. Now if I want to search for restaurant, I can click on restaurant. So we can have different types of listing in this website as well. Obviously I'll explain you about that thing. No results found for restaurant for this keyword, but in the listing option, we do have some results. If you want, you can now simply click on this thing and you can see the single listing page, but I'll show you that thing later on. Now if I cut this thing, after that we have our menu. You can obviously create your own menu. You can have different links in this menu. Then we have two different buttons. So if you already have registered with this website, you can log in. Click on this login button. You will see the pop-up. You can enter your username and password and log in with this website. Or if you want, you can click on this register icon or register link and you can register with this website by just entering your username, email and password. Now let me show you one thing. Let me log in and let me show you what happens once you log in to this website. Now once you log in, you'll see this message, hi, whatever your username is, nice to see you back. Now this page will reload, and now instead of those different links, now we have few more options. Now we have this add listing button. We also have this thing. So if I click on this user avatar, I'll get this menu. I'll explain you about this menu. If you have any messages from any people or customers, you will see that under this messages. If you have any notifications, you will see that obviously under this bell icon notification tab. Now if you want to add a new listing, or if any one of your users want to add a new listing, they can simply click on this button add listing, and now they'll have to select the type of listing that they want to add. For example, if I want to add a house listing or a restaurant listing or a regular listing or a business listing, so here you can create different types of listing and you can style all of these listings differently. So for example, I've created, as you can see, this is a custom listing that I've created, restaurant listing. So I can have different widgets, different style in this listing. Similarly, different search options, different features for this listing. For example, one very simple example could be restaurant menu. So in this listing style, I can add restaurant menu, but obviously that listing will not be applied under house because restaurant menu has nothing to do with house. So you can have different types of listings and you can add different features, different styles to each type of these listing. Now if I want to add a regular business listing, I can click on add listing. Now for each listings, you'll have different packages. So here, as you can see, for this listing, I've created 3 different packages. With the basic package, which is free, I can add just one listing, but I cannot have all the other features because, as you can see, these are all striked out. If I select this feature, if I select this listing or this package, advanced package, I can have most of the things, but I cannot have these 3 things. Or if you go for premium package, you can have all the listings. So suppose if I select this package and click on get now. Now I'll be redirected to my add listing page wherein I'll see this form and I can fill in this form and I can submit my listing right from the front end. I don't have to go to the back end of this website to do this thing. I can submit this listing. In fact, all your users can submit their listings from the front end itself. Now we also have a built-in form builder, so you can create your own form. If you want to hide, for example, I don't want to show this option, listing address, so I can hide this option. Or if you want to add more options in this form, you can do that as well. So we have a form builder in this website. You can design your form and add any options you want. Now we also have a front end dashboard. So if you click on this avatar again, you'll see first option is your dashboard option. We have few more options, but if you click on dashboard option, you will see we have a front end dashboard for all our users. And this is how, as you can see, your dashboard will look like with all the different graphs, all the different charts that you have over here. So 153, I've published 153 listing, no reviews yet received. You can have paid. All these options can be had over here. You can see the statistics, how many people viewed your listing, how many people shared your listing. All these things can be seen. How many people added your listing in the favorite list. So you can see those things as well. Then you can go to profile, do changes on your profile. You can go to billing, do some changes under billing, and under listing, if you want to add different types of listing, you can control that thing as well. So we have a front end dashboard. Now let me again come back to the home page. Let me show you the home page very quickly. Now in the home page, if you see, first we have this section. Basically we have different sections. First section is the search section. Now if somebody wants to search for something, if they type in something, again this will auto reload. As you can see, it will automatically load and it will show you some suggestions. Similarly, if you want, you can type in the place. So for example, I'm looking for something at this place. So if you type in the place, and if you just type in anything, any letter, again this will also automatically reload or automatically load all the different options. For example, for A, it has loaded Atlanta and Bangkok. Similarly, under categories, when you click on this thing, it will load and it will show you different categories. Now you can select these options and click on search now, and you will get results based on your search filtration. Now if you want to search for restaurant, you can click on restaurants, and now as you can see, we have different options for different search options. Now in this website, we also have a search form builder. So you can create and build your own search form, whatever option you want. For example, if you don't want this title option in the search form, you can just get rid of that. Then our next section, we have a title, we have a subtitle, and after that we have different types of categories. So if somebody clicks on listings, they will see all the listings in one place. Similarly, if somebody clicks on restaurants, they can see all the restaurants in one place. Then when you scroll down, we have this listing option. You can create different type of listing. Now in this listing, what I have done is I'm showcasing different listings which are based in New York. So I am, as you can see, the title over here says Explore New York. Now we can also add different type of filtration option. So if somebody wants to see first popular viewed or popular rated, they can select this option and then it will reload like that. If somebody wants to see only hotels, they can click on hotels in New York. So it will show all the hotels in New York. If they want to see shopping centers in New York, they can click on shopping centers and they will see this option. So this is how it works. If you scroll down, we have similar section over here. Now, if somebody wants to see all the different listings in England, for example, they can click on England and they can see all those listings. Similarly, you can see we have so many different options about this. I'll explain you later on in this video. Now, if somebody wants to search for something, they can click on this search bar or they can simply click on this search button. Now they will be redirected to this search page, and this is how this search page looks like. Again, at top, you can filter different things. If you want to search for restaurant, you can click on restaurant. If you want to see, basically the newest posted listing, you can click on newest. Now it will showcase, or it will basically order by newest. As you can see, sort by descending or order by newest. If you want to see the most viewed, you can click on most viewed. Then it will show you listing regularly. Now, if you want to also see the map, you can enable map. Now, once you enable map, at the right hand side, you have this map option, and you can see wherever this listing is placed on this map. So you have this option as well. Now, if you open a single listing, for example, if I open this listing over here, so this is basically how a single listing looks like. At top, you can have a slider like this. Then after that, you have your logo, you have the listing name, a tagline, and after that, we have this menu. Now you can also control the layout of this page, how this page looks like, what all option you want. For example, we have average review, boost your listing, or then we have the description option. Now instead of this option, if you want to add some other options, for example, if you want, suppose if you want description, but if you want to bring it at top, you can have it as well. So you can rearrange these widgets, you can add a widget, you can delete a widget. Basically, you can customize this whole listing style. So as you can see, this is how a single listing looks like. It will display all the different features, all the different photos, videos, and if there is any review, you can see those reviews as well. You can also add some widgets at the right hand side, price range of this listing, statistics related to this listing, and all these options can be seen. We also have a promote listing option. So you can create different pricing plans. If somebody wants to promote their listing, like we have Google Ads. So if somebody wants to display their listing as ads, as advertisement on your website on different pages. For example, if the owner of this listing wants to promote this listing on different pages, maybe on search page, on home page, and other pages, they can click on this button, promote listing. Now they can select a package. So for example, if there could be many packages, I just created one. if they want to promote their listing in the list sidebar, they will have to pay $30. They can click on boost now, make the payment, and after that their payment, or after that their listing will be boosted. So once they promote their listing, this listing, whatever the promoted listing is, will show up in all the sidebars of single listing. So this is how it works. Obviously, as I said you earlier, I'll show you everything in more detail when we go later on in this video. Now people can also share this listing, they can favorite this listing, and they can see these listings later on in this dashboard. Now there are different listing styles as well. This is a regular listing. If you go to some other option, for example, this is a restaurant listing. Now in this restaurant listing, as you can see, we have a different header, we have different options. People can create menus as well for restaurant. They can add more options, like here, as you can see at the right hand side, we have featured listing. Okay, we have slider promotion, so you can promote different listings like this. We have slider layout. Again, this is also, these are all promoted listings. Just like I was talking about, if somebody wants to promote their listing, this is how their listing will show up in this sidebar as promoted listings. Okay. Now in this video, we'll also see how to create about page, blog page, search page, all those different pages that will help you to make your website more complete. Now there are many more features that I want to show you, but I don't want to do it right now because this will make the introduction very long. I just wanted to give you a quick glimpse of the website that we'll be creating. Now I hope you guys like this demo website. If you like this demo website, and if you want to create this exact same website or a similar website, make sure to watch the complete tutorial. And before you proceed further, make sure you guys subscribe and click on the bell icon so that you don't miss any future notifications. And if you like this video, give a thumbs up to this video, share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, whatever social media platform you use. And throughout the video, if you have any doubts, any comments, any suggestions for me, you can always leave them in the comments section below. Now, let's start creating this website. Alright guys, now to create any kind of website, whether it's an e-commerce website, a simple blog, a business website, any kind of website, we need two basic things: a domain name and a hosting account. A domain name is simply the name or the URL of your website. For example, blogdude.com, youtube.com, google.com, nashik.com, all these things are different domain names. So we also have to register a domain name on the internet, so that whenever someone wants to visit your website, they can simply type in this domain name in the browser URL bar and they can land on your website. Now the second and the most important thing is your website's hosting. Now hosting is basically a computer or a server wherein your entire website is saved. So if you see this website, all the different listings, all the different database, all the different media files, this entire website is saved in that server. And that server is running 24/7, so that whenever someone wants to visit your website from any particular country at any given time, they can always see your website live. So your website is always up and running. Now hosting is the most important thing about your website, because everything related to your website is directly or indirectly dependent on your hosting. So your website speed, your website's performance, the user experience of your website, your website security, and even your website's ranking in Google search results is totally dependent on your hosting. So if you selected a good and reliable hosting, your website speed and performance will be amazing. You'll get better ranking in Google search results, and your website will also be very much secure. And obviously in contrast to that, if you select a bad, cheap or crappy hosting, your website will load very fast, your website security will be compromised, and you won't get better ranking in Google search results. Now there are literally thousands of different hosting providers available in the market, but unfortunately only a handful of them are really good enough to consider. But you don't have to worry about that. You can simply open a new tab and type in this link. You should be redirected to this page. Now this is the hosting that we'll be using, Name Hero Hosting. Now you'll see there are 4 different plans available. Now you can see Starter, Plus, Turbo and Business Cloud. And you can also go through all the different features available. Now without wasting any time, for most of you guys, I would recommend you to start with this Plus Cloud. Now you'll see the difference. Main difference is that with the Starter Cloud you can create 1 website, but with the Plus Cloud you can create up to 7 websites. And after that you will get 2 GBs of RAM, unlimited SSD storage, free cPanel, auto SSL free and auto SSL and light speed web server. Now the great thing is that they are not only offering light speed web server for the for the higher end plans, but also for these two beginner plans, Starter and Plus Cloud. For these two also they are using or they are offering light speed server, which is really good because this will improve your website's speed. And obviously, needless to say, Turbo Cloud will be much more faster, but I would recommend you to start with Plus Cloud. I know this is more than enough for new websites. Once you see that you require more hosting power, then you can anytime upgrade to Turbo Cloud. But I would always recommend you to start small. Once you think that you need more power for your website, you can anytime upgrade. So start with this Plus Cloud plan. Select this plan and click on this Order Now button. Now here you have to either register a new domain or use your current domain if you have already registered your domain name somewhere else. So if you want to register a new domain, if you're doing this for the first time, you have not yet registered any domain, you can do it over here. So you can register a new domain over here. So for example, if I want to register this domain name nayashik.com, I can type in Nayashik over here, and from here I can select .com, .net, .in. Hundreds of different domain name extensions are available, as you can see. So whatever domain name extension you want, you can select that. .org, .net, .us, many different domain name extensions are available. So you can select this option, click on search, and once this domain is available, you will be redirected to your next step. Or if you want to do one thing, if you already have registered your domain name on some other website, maybe on GoDaddy, Namecheap, or NameRight, or any other website, you can use this option, use your current domain. And here you can type in that domain name that you have registered on some other website, type in the domain name extension and click on next. Then after that, I'll show you how you can link that domain with this Name Hero hosting. Now let me show you what happens if you register a new domain. So if you register a new domain, click on search. It will search whether this domain name is available or not. So if it is available, you will see this option. Now I can click on continue. Now once you click on continue, you will see whether you want to go with 3 years plan, 2 years or 1 year plan. Obviously, if you select a higher end plan, you will have to pay less money because you're paying for 3 years. Or if you select a lower end plan, for example, if you select for 1 year, you'll have to pay slightly more. So you can select any one of these billing cycles. Now after that, I would not recommend you to tick mark anything from here, or else it will, it will cost you a little bit more. So don't tick mark anything, just select the billing cycle, and after that click on continue. Now again, you get few more options, but we don't want to use them. Just click on continue again. And finally, you will be redirected to a checkout page. Here you have to scroll down and make sure you have selected create a new account and fill in this simple form. So you have to enter your first name, last name, your email address, phone number, and after that your company name. This is optional, so you can just leave this thing. Enter your address, country, all these basic details. Now this will ask you how did you find about this hosting, so you can select YouTube, or obviously if you want you can select anything else. Support pin, you can just set 4-digit pin, like as you can see 1 2 3 4 or 3 4 5 6, something like that, so that whenever you raise a new ticket you can enter this support ticket, or you can enter this support pin. So just enter any 4-digit number, and after that you have to set some password for yourself. So enter some password over here, and again under confirm password enter the same password. Now this email address that you will be entering over here and this password is very important. This email and password will become your login credentials. So whenever in future you want to log into your Name Hero account, you'll have to enter this email address and password. So make sure whatever you set in over here, make sure you remember that. Now once you select this option, now you can go ahead at the bottom and you can make payment through credit, debit card, ATM card, PayPal, Coinbase, any option you can select. So if you want, you can pay through credit, debit card or your ATM card, and you can just enter your card details over here. Just make sure to see this thing that only 4 types of cards are accepted over here: Discover, MasterCard, Visa and American Express. Now the reason I'm saying this thing is because most of the people in India have a RuPay card, and that card is not accepted over here. That is a domestic card. So if you have a RuPay card or any other card, you can visit your bank and you can upgrade your card to Visa or a MasterCard. Once you do that thing, you can come over here at the bottom, tick mark this thing and click on checkout. Now once you click on that checkout button and make the payment, now you have to come to this website, namehero.com/login, and here you have to enter the email address and password that you have set in your previous step. So enter that email address and password and click on login to Name Hero. Now you'll see this page, and here you will see this option over here, One My Cloud. So click on this option, and over here you will see your website, whatever package I have selected, Turbo package. If you have selected Plus package, whatever package you have selected, you'll see this option. Now the very first thing that I want to show you before we proceed further, I want to show you if you have selected your domain name, or if you have registered your domain name on some other website, and if you want to use it with Name Hero, let me show you how you can do that. So for example, if you have registered your domain name on GoDaddy, so you can go to godaddy.com, log into your account and go to My Products. And here you'll see all the different domain names that you have registered. Now suppose, for example, if I want to use this domain name, let's see, fem.in. If I want to use this domain name with name hero, then I can select this domain, click on this DNS button. So whatever domain name registrar you're using, for example, if you're using Namecheap, or you're using GoDaddy, Google Domains, whatever you're using, you'll always see this DNS option. Now here you'll see some name servers. Click on this change, delete these name servers from here. Just delete him like this, and now enter your own personal name server. So you'll see your name server number 1 is given. Copy it, paste it over here. Then after that, copy your name server number 2 and obviously paste it under line 2. Once you do that, after that, click on save. Now once you click on save, it can take up to 24 hours to propagate these settings. Now till then, you can do one thing. You can now log into your cPanel. Now this step was obviously not necessary for people who have registered their domain name just now with Name Hero. This was only for those who have registered domain names outside Name Hero. Now this is your cPanel, and here you will see there are so many different options are available. Now the very first thing that I would recommend you to do is do some settings on your cPanel so that your website performance will be improved. Now to do that thing, you can search for PHP and you will see this option, select PHP version. Click on this option, select PHP version. Now on this page, you will see it says current PHP version. So for you, if it is 7.1, 7.2 or 7.3, make it 7.4. Okay, or if you're watching this video in future, maybe 1 or 2 years after after uploading this video, you might see 7.56. So select that latest one. So basically select the latest one that you see. So 7.3 by default it is, you have to make it 7.4. Just click on 7.4, it will save the settings. Then after that, click on this options tab, and over here you have to scroll down, and under max execution time, make sure it is 600. If it is anything smaller than this, for example, if it is 6 or if it is just 50 or something like this, just type in 600 over here. Okay, like this, it will be saved automatically. As you can see, this page is getting saved automatically. And after that, max input time should also be at least 600. Max input variables should be at least 1000, and memory limit should at least be 128. You can increase this thing as well, but just make it at least 128 MB. Very important. Now these are few basic settings. I would always recommend you to do these settings. This will improve your website speed. Now again, come back to your cPanel. Now we can do one thing. We can install WordPress on our domain name. So to do that thing, click on this search bar again and search for Softaculous App Installer. Select this option, Softaculous App Installer, and you'll see so many different apps are available. We want to use this app, WordPress. So click on this install button, and from here select the domain name that you want to use. So we want to use this domain name, willcity3.blogtoot, and make sure under in directory this is empty. If you see anything like this typed in over here, just delete it. Make sure your in directory box is empty. Now you can change your website name and your website description. So let me just name my website willcity, and under description I'll type in listing website. Obviously you can type in something else if you want. Now at the right hand side, you will see your admin account. So here you will see your username and password. Now this username and password is for your WordPress website. So I would recommend you to delete this thing and enter your own username and password. So I'll delete this thing. Now delete this password and enter your own personal password over here. And similarly under admin email, delete this email and enter your personal email address. All right. Now once you do that thing, go ahead at the bottom and click on this install button. Now WordPress has started installing on your domain name. This is a very small process, hardly takes around 10 to 12 seconds. So as you can see, it is already completed. Now once it is completed, once WordPress is installed on your domain name, you will get two different links. If you open the first link, you will see your website. So this is how your website is looking right now. And if you open your second link, this is your dashboard link. And here, as you can see, this is how your dashboard is looking. Now this page, this dashboard page is the most important page of your website, because you will be doing everything from this website. So if you want to control your website, if you want to change your website design, if you want to add a new product, if you want to manage your payments, manage comments, everything will be done from this page. And whenever you want to come to this page, simply type in your website name, and after that put in /wp-admin, you'll land on this page. Now whenever you install WordPress on a new domain name, there are a few basic things that you have to understand, and there are a few basic settings that we have to do. So let's see them. First of all, you'll see at the left hand side you have this menu. Now first option is this dashboard option, and under dashboard you'll see few widgets are given to you. You can do one thing, you can delete all these widgets because these are not really important. So click on screen options and untick all these options from here. Alright. Now we have a nice and clean dashboard. Second option is your post option from the left hand side. And obviously under this option, you will be using this option to create different blog posts. Then you have the media option. So all the different media files that is present on your website, all these images, all the different media files, you will see them over here and you can manage them from here. Then we have the pages option, which obviously will be used to create and manage different pages. Comments option will be used to manage different comments. So whenever you have any comment on your website, on any page or any other post, you will see all your comments in this page. And from here, you can manage them. You can approve and unapprove them. If you want to reply them, you can reply, you can delete them or mark it spam. The next option is very important. Next option is your appearance option. Now here you will see that 3 different themes installed for you and one theme is already activated. Now if you go to your website, this is how your website is looking right now, and this design and appearance of your website is because of this theme, 2021 theme. Now let's do one thing. Let's try to activate some other theme and let's see what happens. So if I activate this 2019 theme and again come back to my website and refresh it, now as you can see, your website design is completely changed. So this is basically what a theme does. A theme changes your website style and appearance. Now I would recommend you to do one thing. Just delete all the extra themes. Okay. Make sure you always have only one theme installed and activated. So for all these extra themes, you can just delete them like this. Then we have the plugins option. So click on plugins. Over here also you'll see few extra plugins will be given to you. I would recommend you to just delete them. Now what is a plugin? A plugin is basically kind of a software or an add-on that will add some extra features and functionalities to your WordPress website. For example, right now your website does not have any feature related to this listing website, business listing website. So now you cannot create a listing, you cannot manage payments, cannot create packages and all. So to do these things, we'll need several plugins, and later on in this video, I'll show you how to install and activate and use those plugins. Then after that, you have to click on the settings option from the left hand side. If you have not already changed your website title and description, you can change it from here. Then again, make sure under admin email, you have your own personal email address. Now under membership, tick mark this thing, anyone can register, very important, so that people can come and register on your website. And new user default role, let it be subscriber for now, and I'll explain you later on about this default user role. Now under time zone, you can set it based on your country. So because I'm from India, I'll set it at Kolkata time zone. Now click on save changes. Now under settings, click on permalinks. And over here you will see by default day and name will be selected. Select this post name and click on save changes again. Now once you do this thing, again come back to your dashboard, and with this, all the basic settings related to your WordPress website is now 100% completed. Okay, so now let's do one thing. Let's first of all install a new theme, because obviously right now if you see, your website is looking pretty bad. So we need to convert this bad website, this boring website, into something amazing and beautiful like this one. And obviously, as I said earlier, with that we also need few plugins to add all these amazing functionalities and features on your website. So for that we need a new theme, and to install this theme you have to again open a new tab and type in this link. You should be redirected to this page. Now this is the theme that we'll be using. If you just scroll down, you can read about all the different features that is available with this theme. Now you need to purchase this theme. This is a premium theme. As you can see, you'll have to pay $69. Now you don't have to worry about the pricing. The reason I'm saying that is because this is a one-time payment. So once you pay this $69, you can have and you can use this theme on your website for lifetime. You'll also get future updates as well. So whenever this theme is updated in future, you'll keep on getting those updates for lifetime as well. Now with this, you also get 6 months of support. So if you have any problem with this theme, if you're not able to achieve a certain design that they promise or anything like that, you can always go to support and you can raise a new ticket and they will help you out. So this is the theme that we need. Just click on this buy now button and purchase this theme. I already did that. Now once you do it, you can now hover over this option. You will see your username at the top right corner. Hover over that and click on downloads. Now you'll see all the different themes and plugins that we have purchased over here. Now this is the one that we want to use, Will City Directory Listing Theme. Click on this download button and select the second option, installable WordPress file only. Now a new zip file will start loading. You again have to come back to your dashboard and click on appearance. Now we need to upload this zip file that we have just downloaded. Now click on add new, upload theme. Now over here you need to choose this file. So click on choose file and select the file that you have just downloaded. So let me go to downloads and select this file. Click on open. Click on install now. Now once this theme is successfully uploaded, now you need to click on this activate link. So click on this activate link and now this theme will be activated. You can now go ahead and delete this 2019 theme as well. We don't need this extra theme, so delete that thing. Now with this theme, as I said earlier, you'll get all the required plugins. So you can click on this link, begin installing plugins. Now here just tick mark this thing. So instead of installing it one by one, if you just tick mark it over here, it will select all the plugins and now you can install all of them at once. I would recommend you to untick few things which will not be required. So Visual Composer is a plugin. We are not using this. It is basically a page builder. We are not using this page builder. King Composer is also a page builder. And we don't want this. Let's see. Will City WP Bakery add-on, because all this is related to this plugin, Visual Composer plugin. And let me see. Here you can untick these three: King Composer, Visual Composer, and Will City WP Bakery add-on. Rest all you can install them. So go ahead at the top under bulk action, select install and click on apply. Now once these plugins are installed, you can now go ahead at the bottom and click on this link, return to required plugin installer. And now we need to activate these plugins. So tick mark this thing and again just untick those three options. Okay, these three. And now again under bulk action, this time you have to select activate and click on apply. Now all these plugins will be activated for you. Now once it is done, you can now come back to your dashboard. Now once you click on that dashboard link, you might be redirected to this WooCommerce setup. Now if you're not redirected to WooCommerce setup, let me show you what you can do. You can actually go back to your dashboard. If you're not redirected to WooCommerce setup, just click on this WooCommerce link from the left hand side. You will see this setup window. Now over here you just need to enter your basic address. So you can enter your office address, your personal address, your business address, any address, and after that select your country name, city name, enter your postal code, and after that click on continue. Now you have to select the type of products that you will be selling, and now this is not really important. So if you tick mark anything, it does not really matter. This is just a simple survey. This whole process is just a simple survey. So you can tick mark anything and click on continue. Now again you can tick mark physical and digital and click on continue again. Now how many products do you plan to display? So you can select anything from here. Currently if you're selling anywhere, just select no and click on continue. Now this will recommend you few plugins. We obviously don't need them, so make sure to untick this thing and click on continue again. Now this will recommend you few themes. Again, we don't need this, so again click on this option, continue with my active theme. And now this is completed. With this you have completed your setup. Now again if you come back to your dashboard, now because we have installed and activated several plugins, we get all these different notices. So let's just get rid of all these different notices over here. Just dismiss them like this. And now you can also click on this screen option and untick these widgets like this. Okay, I think we can also get rid of this Dokan plugin because this is also not required over here. So you can do one thing, click on plugins from the left hand side, and that is a pretty heavy plugin by the way, so we don't need them. We don't need this thing, so just deactivate this Dokan plugin and delete it. Okay, I would recommend you delete this plugin like this. And let's see. Okay, now once this is done, again I would recommend you to just dismiss these notices. Now if you see this notice, Will City database update, you can click on this button to run or to update your database basically. Right, so now again you can come back to your dashboard. Now these two notices will fix it later on. Now if you again come back to your website and refresh it, now as you can see your website looks much better. So now let's go ahead and start creating some important pages. So to do that thing, you can click on pages from the left hand side. Now few pages will already be created for you. For example, if you see your wishlist page, shop page, all these pages will be created for you. Now you need to do one thing, click on this add new button and add a new page. Now the very first page that we need to create is our dashboard page. So if you see your demo website, I have shown you this thing. If you click on your profile picture and if you click on dashboard, you will see your dashboard, this front end dashboard. So first we need to create this front end dashboard, and creating all these pages are very easy. You'll see it yourself. So again, come back to this page. First of all, just give it any title. So under title, I'll type in user dashboard or just dashboard if you want. Okay, just type in user dashboard. Now from the right hand side under template, select dashboard option, Will City dashboard.